So, um, what we want to program now is the firing of the flower, right? Of this flower sprite, which we're using as a bullet. And one thing I've noticed is that when we finish a game and we play again, the ship looks like off center, right? He looks at the wrong angle, and also he's hidden, right? So he hides because after you kill the robots and you blow up and disappear, you're disappeared. So you need to go ahead and show on the green flag clicked, and if you go to motion, we would want to point in 90-degree direction, right? So that when you start, you appear, and or maybe we can change this to up. Yeah, let's do it that way, right? To 0 direction. Okay, great. And so now what we would want to do is when you press the space bar to shoot a flower, right? And so we could do that right in here in this forever loop, or we can make a new forever loop, but let's just go ahead and use this one. And you want to say if, right? So if, oh, maybe let's go ahead and do it here. Yeah, so we say if sensing, right? Space key is pressed, then we want to create a clone. So you can come here to control and say create clone of flower 1. Right? And well, what's going to happen when you create a clone of flower 1? Well, that's what we need to do over here under the flower 1's programming section. And so when we're here with the flower 1 on the green flag clicked, you want to make sure that they go to the right location, right? So we would say go to XY, and let's put 0, 0, because that's where the ship is. And we want to make sure that it is hidden, so we can't see it. And now if we go to control, you go ahead and say when I start as clone. Right? And when I start as clone, what do you want to do? Well, I guess we would want him to move off the screen, right? So if we go to motion, you could say move 10 steps, and we could put a loop around it, right? So we go like that, and so now if I press the start button and I press the space bar, ooh, is that not going to work? Huh, why is that not working? If space key is pressed, create clone of flower 1. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to show it, right? So let me go ahead and under looks, we could say show. When I start as clone, show, and move 10 steps, right? So that's kind of getting there, and the reason why we see 4 of them is because when I hold down, it's for as long as I hold down the space bar, right? That's how many bullets are going to come out. So we also want to fix that. I guess we would want to repeat this until touching edge. So let's come over here and say repeat until touching edge. Is there a touching edge? Yeah, good. So we'll say repeat until touching edge, right? And move 10 steps. And if he does touch the edge, that means it's going to stop working, and we would want to go ahead and delete the clone. Be sure you delete the clone once it gets to the edge, because there's only like 360 clones that could be made, and if you fire 360 bullets, then the bullets will stop appearing. So be sure you don't use hide, you use delete this clone. And yeah, we also need to limit the amount of bullets that come out, right? So let's see if that works first of all. Yeah, so the bullets are disappearing as they hit the edge, right? But now let's make it so that it limits the amount of bullets that are pressed, right? And so let's go ahead and put a wait in here, I guess we can do. So let's come in here to control and say wait, or maybe we would want to wait afterward, 0.5 seconds. So now I'm holding it down and it's just letting me do that, right? Okay, and even if I turn around, the flower's not following me. So that's a little bit off, but we're going to fix that as we go. And you can see the flower is going off at an angle. So you want to be sure that you use the point in 90 direction, okay, when you first get started, when you hit the green flag. So now they go right off the screen, or maybe we could use the up direction. Right? And you can see the flower is a little bit off. So, or maybe my ship is a little bit off. Let's see, maybe we could do a go to XY00 on the ship. Right? So let's come over here on the green flag and say go to XY00, and we'll run it again, and that looks a little bit better. Right? So sounds good, and that's how we get our flowers to fire on the spacebar.